What is this? Is this blue-red control, maybe? Do we just slam Jace here? Are we greedy or do we like see beyond? I don't want to throw a single card away. Actually, I think I do nothing. And if he doesn't play a spell, then we can accumulate knowledge at the end of turn. That's fine. Yeah, it's blue-red. I haven't played against blue-red in a while, but at least he's slow. I want to resolve this because he might play counters, and I just want this to resolve. I'm interested to see though, and I really hate that he has foil stuff. Okay, 2 damage doesn't really matter. Does this can target players? Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what to expect. I haven't played against blue red in a really long time. Or against is it? Trinket Mage. Okay. So we probably brainstorm right here. Yeah, keep this. Oh geez, well, words goes away then, and the sea beyond. If we have better draw spells, if we draw accumulate knowledge. Interesting, compulsive research. Well, Trinket Mage gets him this. Okay. So it might be a glorified burn deck. It might just be, black red with some card draw and Trinket Mage to get this. But I really don't know. Um, Yet another blue, I would say. Oh wow, that's a lot of lands. Oh, we actually don't have. Well, okay, we're just gonna draw them. I guess we could transmute into another Jace. Move the lands away. That's an okay play here. Hey Dan. Den of Bears. Let's see. We're at 6. I think this is an okay. Probably has a counter, I would assume. And we have a model who does not. Interesting. So far we've only seen Muldrifter and Trinket Mage, and some Burn, and Sense Enlistment. I have no idea what this deck is. You know what? I don't usually do this, but this time around I have to do it. I have to look this guy up. Jeskai Trinket. From a month ago, though. So there's 4 firebolts. No counter at all. He has Pyroblast, a Hydroblast. Is this just a buy? The creatures are really bad. No counter, very little burn. I'm sorry, again. I think, yeah, there's just very little burn, and no counter at all except for Hydroblast. And the creatures are not that good either. I don't even know how to board against him. I mean, Hindering Light was probably okay. Keep Watch is, well, Keep Watch could be good. I probably don't. Well, Quiet Disrepair against the bow might be okay. One of maybe we just don't board at all. I mean, for the Hydroblast, for the Pyroblast, we probably want some counter. Hindering Light is very good. Well, it's okay. It's not very good. But he only has 4 counter. Those can hit our Jaces. I have no idea how to board. Well, I think Keep Watch is actually could be okay against the Hawks, though. Just gonna bring in one more Arcane and Owl for Quiet Disrepair. He doesn't have that much burn. He has the Viridian Longbow, which I'm not scared about. The deck doesn't seem very good against us. No counter, very little burn, and the creatures are not scary. It's a blue-white-red control list, basically. He has Relic. So he can burn us for... Well, he actually Firebolt is a decent amount of burn, since he has a flashback. I should have thought about that. Oh, jeez. So I shuffle away the Words of Wisdom because we already have one, and we usually don't want multiples in our hand. Gives us less options. I want to hit a land drop, so I think this goes away. I mean, hit it next turn. And Accumulate Knowledge is not very good with Relic in play. It's very possible that I completely boarded the wrong way against some. Please find a land. We draw 6 cards and we don't find a land. We actually saw way more than 6 cards though, because we shuffled 3 cards away too. Really unfortunate. So we saw 9 cards, I think, and no land. Well, let's think about this. Don't think I want to play with Jace. Yeah, I think I just keep open. Because I want to play with Jace only if I have Contra to protect it from Pyroblast. And we have instant draw, so. And if he played something like Second Relic, we might actually want Arcana now. Oh, this gets him a Second Relic. Yeah, I definitely bought it the wrong way. Okay, he gets a land. And Squadron Hawk. Sure. Okay, let's see. Play a Jace here. Because otherwise we have to discard, and we also have Arcana open for his Pyroblast. And since he has only one red source, we only need to have one Arcana open. He attacks for 5. Probably want to stay above maybe 10, so we probably want to start fogging soon. Thing is, Moment's Peace is really bad here. Actually thinking just maybe we have to Arcana out something like this soon to draw a card. But then he draws more cards than we do off of it. This is just never relevant. Okay. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage, 9 damage. Go to 3. Go to 3. We have riot control. He has only one red. It's a little bit risky here, but I think this is fine because we can riot control one turn later. Oh, I'll land, I would say. He can bring us down to 3 for sure. Maybe he can kill us. So it's really risky. But if he doesn't kill us this turn, we have right control next turn and we gain a lot of life. As I said before, this is a deck I haven't played before, and that makes a difference. Okay. So we go to 5. Let's hope he doesn't have another red source. Well, right control is gonna gain us like 7 life, so I'm not that worried. So So one right control that leaves us with 3. Don't think he can counter right control. But I think it's safer to wait a turn. We could transmit here into next Jace and then just right control, but I think we wait a turn. Yeah, go to 13, that's huge. I really like his deck though, but I think if I have enough experience against this, I will have a very high win rate. The relic is annoying, but yeah, the relic is annoying, but that's it. And the Power Blast we can deal with. And the burn is just not enough. Because he has 8 burn, which is cheap, and then he has another 8, which is expensive. He also has this, but this is also not very good, I think. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we have to fog. So we fog with Moment's Peace, keep Arcana open. And probably get him to use his relic too. I mean, he has to use his relic now. Most of these have 1 power, so right control is really, really good. And most of his things are fetching him stuff, so he's milling himself a lot. Oh, this is great. This means he can't relic. Definitely protect this. And then in the upkeep next turn, if he tries to relic, we can flash back. So there's only 1 Power Blast left. And we still have 2 Jaces. I want to save his right control as long as I can. Or he has enough to flashback these now. So he has like 6 damage. Bring us to 5 maybe. But right control, as I said, is really huge here. Question is, do we model here into a draw spell? I think so. Might be wrong because we might want to protect this Jace, but with only 2 Fox left, since he has a relic, I think we have to play that way. We need to draw stuff. More Fox. If he has that last Pyroblast, accumulate knowledge is not very good here, obviously, so I'm gonna get a words. So this is 4, 8, 11, 14 if he takes off everything, which he didn't, but we still have to fork. Got a moment's peace here, because if he has a Pyroblast, I want a Words in response and maybe still find Fog, still find a Contour. And I want to force him to use this Relic before we use our Accumulate Knowledges. And this right control's only getting better, because he's only getting more creatures. I'm completely comfortable here at 5. He still has some burn, but again, we have right control. We are not worried. Keep watch. I think we win. And we milled him his last Pyroblast. 4, 6, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I think he's dead. Oh, this is annoying now. Now I kind of have to right control right now, which means he won't attack. I don't necessarily need to. Let's see what he does here. I guess he's gonna flashback now, which we can also let go through. And now if he has another spell bomb. uh, this is really annoying. Oh, I was talking the whole time and I forgot that I muted myself because I had to cough, and then I forgot to unmute myself. I was talking the whole time. I feel so ashamed of my stupidity. So, as I was saying while you weren't here, we are winning. And as I said before, I think this is probably a good matchup. But I definitely didn't board the correct way. Because of a relic, I think it's probably okay to board up the accumulate knowledge. Why didn't I keep watch here? Why did I let it go away from combat? I'm stupid. Obviously, we could have won already if I paid attention. I was so distracted because of the whole mute unmute thing. Luckily, this is a game where it doesn't matter. Even if we didn't draw a Dawn Charm, this keyboard would probably draw us a Fog. And this is 4, 6, 9, 10. Yeah, we probably can draw 10. But obviously that was a huge misplay by me just then, which I shouldn't have done. But I was distracted, as I said. Um, there we go. Okay. So we're 3-0. Well, this is shorter. Maybe I can make this also shorter. Well, no. This has to be the way it is. So, 3-0, living the dream. Let's see again how the others are. I don't know what this means. I suppose he dropped right away? No idea. Well, we beat him. Resident Zombie is 2-0 right now, and he's leading here, so we might face Resident Zombie in the last round, which would be annoying, because I hate the mirror. And I don't think I know any of the others. Well, Sign of Justice we know, but I think... Well, he's 2-1 right now, so we probably don't have to face him. Unless we get paired down. And 7 matches, so shouldn't take too long. Let me find the deck. Yeah. So this is the deck, and if you have any questions about the deck, now's a good time to ask them, since we have probably 10-15 minutes downtime. Why doesn't this... Oh, this fits, never mind. Let's see. Yeah, but I would enjoy playing against a White Weenie player more, because I really, really would like to go 4-0. It would really help my my win rate thing. Let's actually have a look at my thingy, my Magic tracker. This is my Magic winnings tracker kind of thing. So I played a Pauper Daily here, which isn't in here. Pauper Daily 2015 June 2nd, which I lost. Oh, this has to go away. This has to be here. And because of that, this actually doesn't matter. Because of that, as you can see the graph here, this is how many ticks I've made from dailies. So I was basically I was break even. I was about 10 tickets plus all the time, winning, losing, winning, losing. And then I lost like two in a row, these two, and I was right around break even. I was up one and a half tickets, so it's very good that we win tonight. If we go 4-0, we will make a huge jump. If we go 2-0, we'll make a little jump, but it's important. It's really annoying though that the boosters are worth so little. If the boosters were worth like free tickets, like they used to be like a couple years ago, or like even just a year ago, I would say, then it would be absolutely no question. We would be way more than break even. Right now, before this daily, we were exactly break even, making 6.1 every daily, and a daily costs 6 tickets. But if we go 4-0 today, we'll probably make. Well, let's just fill it in, just to see what it might look like afterwards. If we go 4-0, probably make something like 26, which would be pretty huge difference. And if we go like 3, probably make something like 11, well, maybe 12. No, like, yeah, like 12. So that would be a little jump. It's really sad if you win a daily. It used to be if you had like a win rate of 50%, you would be doing fine. But that's no longer the case. You need a win rate of like 60% or more now in order to be break even, because the packs are. I could actually calculate it, but that would take like 10 minutes or so of me writing the stuff out, and I don't want to bore you. Either way, we don't know what's happening here, so I'm gonna delete this. After how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. After 14 dailies, I'm break even. I think that's okay. All I wanted to do is play dailies and not lose money, and I've achieved that in this year. So this is all the dailies I played this year, 14 dailies. And you can see I played very little dailies the first 2 months, and ever since May I've played a lot, or a lot for me. And I believe if they fix the pricing of the packs, which is something they said they're trying to do, then it's gonna be way better, and then you probably earn a lot of ticks from playing dailies. The thing is, if I go broke basically from playing dailies, then I can always just go back to player run events, which are free, and I just grind player run events for 2 weeks, and I earn like 10 tickets, and then I can play 2 more dailies. So and I know a couple people who ask me stuff like, how likely is it that you can earn money this way and that you can go infinite? And the thing is, I'm kind of going infinite, right? If you break even, you're going infinite. You're playing as much as you want without paying money, and that was always my goal. And I don't think it's a reasonable thing to assume that you're gonna make money this way. I mean, if you're an insane player and you have like 80% win rate, sure, that's the way to go. But I calculated it this actually, if you even if you have like an 80% win rate, you make like $10 a daily, okay? So on average, that is obviously so, or the mean. And the problem is $10 for 4 hours or even for 3 hours. That's like the worst hourly wage you could think of. Like that would be like $3 or $4 an hour. And in order to live on that, you would have to grind this every day, every daily, right? You would have to play like 12 hours, 16 hours a day to live off of that. So I would say if that's something you have in mind, don't try it to make serious money with this game. It's way more expected value to just go work for like $10 an hour, even if it's just half days, to make a couple $100 a month, like $500, 600 bucks, and then just play dailies for fun. So, there's only one match left in the daily, and it's global cooling versus Predrock Restan. Let's actually see Resident Zombies Frio. Oh, this is so annoying. I really don't want to play against him. Let's actually swap by record. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people. So there's 8 people who we could get paired against. Plus we could get paired down. So there's 9 people, right? There's 9 people. So there's the 11% chance that we play against Resident Zombie. Actually, actually gonna add him and ask him. I'm gonna do it after the daily. If we don't play him, well, either way, if we play him or not, I'm gonna ask him about his experience. I hate it though. I hate it that there is another Fog player being successful. Not because I'm an envious guy and I don't want others to be successful, but this deck, it only thrives if it's not expected. It's very easy to hate this deck with your sideboard, and if this deck is successful on the dailies, people will start to commit 1 or 2 sideboard slots to it, and that will seriously decrease my win rate. So I don't want him to be playing dailies. I don't want him to be playing dailies or winning dailies. The best thing for me would be if I was the only one playing dailies as Fog, and there was like 1,000 other people playing all the other decks. Like it would be really, really unlikely for somebody to play a Fog deck. It is though, right? Let's see, there's 70 players. I'm pretty sure that we are the only ones playing Fog. Maybe there's a third guy. So that would be 3 out of 70. So that's roughly 3 out of 60, which would be 1/30th, which would be 3%, 3.3. It's a little bit less than that. So it's around 3% when actually if it's free, it would be like maybe like 4 or 5% of the meta. Actually, that's not that low. If you consider that like the most played decks are like 15% of the meta and the popular decks are like 10%, like being half as popular or half as likely to face as a popular deck, that's not that low chance. I mean, as long as it's not like 10% of the meta, I think it's unlikely that people bring a lot of hate, but still. It's actually ridiculous when you think about this. There's 2 people, maybe 3 people out of 70 playing Fog. And that's already about as likely as you would think most of the other decks are. Like most of the decks are like 5%, 4% of the meta. There's like 2 decks which are above 10%, and then there's like 3, 4 decks which are between maybe 6% and 10%, and then that's like the top 6, 7 decks, and then all the other decks are like 4 or 5%. So as you can, I guess that's a really good thing though, because that just means that Pauper is really, really diverse, which wasn't always the case. I'm not sure if many of you played before Storm was banned, before Infect was banned. I mean, Storm wasn't banned, but you know, I don't actually know which card was banned in Storm, but I know that Storm was a deck and they banned some card. And I think the Infect card which they banned was Invigorate. And then there was also like the metagame just before I started was really, really degenerate. There was like 2 or 3 decks and everybody was playing these decks. And then when I started, I just started just after Storm and Infect got banned basically. And when I started, it was really a lot of cloud post. Izzet post was like the biggest deck, and I would say that I don't have hard data, and it's just hearsay at this point, and it's also like really bad memory from a really long time ago. But at least I felt like back then, it was like really huge percent of the meta was cloud post and Delver, and that has certainly changed since then. You see a lot more decks now, and a lot more changing stuff. a lot more changing stuff every week. If you, as I said before, if you follow the metagame analysis, you will see every single week there's some changes. Not necessarily because new cards are printed, just because people adapt their list. They see, oh, mono black control is like the biggest thing. I'm gonna have to play something else now. Um, okay, round 4 is gonna start here, so I'm gonna show the deck list one more time. Yeah, I think the 3 big decks just before those bans were Cloud plus Infect and Storm, yeah. And I think they banned the Ritual from Storm. Or did they ban the Grape Shot? They either banned the Ritual or Grape Shot, I think. Or it might have been those lands which you can sack for 2 mana. I really have no idea. Yeah, I remember the Mono Black control. I remember that. They played Wrench Mind main, which was really annoying. It didn't have witches. Well, Gary didn't exist back then. They played the Phyrexian Ravager. They played Augur of Skulls. Augur of Skulls and Liliana Spectre, and Augur of Skulls and Undying Evil was like the most insane thing that could happen to you. Augur of Skulls, I really hated that card, Augur of Skulls and Undying Evil. I'm really happy that Mono Black control has changed. I hate Gary. I do hate Gary just as much as I hated the old cards, but the very discard heavy was really annoying to play against, because sometimes I would just play turn 1 discard, turn 2 discard, turn 3 Shivering Rats, and your hand would be empty, and you would be top decking for the rest of the game. And then they would have like the rats, which are whenever they do combat damage to you, you have to discard 2 cards. It was really annoying. Well, we're not playing against Fog, but we're playing against Delver, it seems. That's okay, though, at least we had 3 wins. Trying to think if it could be anything else. I guess it could be Esper, but it's unlikely. Yeah, 2 blue. Yep, it is Delver. So he has a bye. We have an unwinnable matchup, basically. Unless he is some kind of brew that cut all the counters. So I don't want to be this defeatist, but that's really how it is. We have a chance if we can play really fast Jace, and he doesn't get any damage on the board, but he already has a 10 turn clock, so it's kind of too late for that. So let's see here. Maybe I should have waited with this. Maybe just play the expanse and wait, pass, and then see what he does. Okay. Well, there's no Jays, which is annoying. I don't like the Sebion much. Don't think we're gonna fuck anytime soon, so I'm going aggressive here with getting several blues. Don't want him to know necessarily what we are playing. Maybe he taps out because, yeah, he doesn't know what we're playing. Well, I'm gonna play this before I do anything else because I want to be able to contest this. Although, he really wouldn't. We could have transmitted here, but I don't like that as much. I'm gonna shove that away, I don't like that. If he already had a Jace, we can keep Required Just Repair, I think. Because he only has 2 damage, but since we're not worried about burn, I don't see the point. Guess we could brainstorm here. Yeah, I quite like the brainstorm here. Canonal and Mull I like. Don't need this. Do want to keep 2 Marbles. I think I throw away 1 Fog. Playing a little bit fast here. Not always waiting to the last chance to crack things. Which is not the optimal way, but I just can't be bothered since, as I said, there's like a 99% he wins this matchup anyway. I'm still trying to play the best ways, but do the best things out of the cards we can play every turn and stuff like that, but I'm really lazy when it comes to these evolving violets plays. I always do this really fast. Don't think we counter this. We have to preserve our counters for the counter Warwick count. I really like that he's kind of tapping out here. That he is tapping out, so if he flips, he can attack for 8. We really don't care. Moments Peace is actually a good draw. Oh, I was gonna transmute into that. I think I still do. So, if he flips, it's really annoying. If he doesn't flip, we have a bunch of time. Okay, he attacks for 8. Next turn he is lethal, so we need to... We have 6 mana next turn, but we can't play with Jace. Required Just Repair doesn't do anything. But he's stuck on 2. Actually, this might be huge. Since he's stuck on 2, we might actually win. So you can only have 1 contour. So it's probably okay to play Jace here, right? So when we Dawn Charm and we have a contour open, it's just unreasonable to assume that he has 2 contours open next turn. This is playing greedy, and I know that. If he has a contour here, we have to let it go. But we have to play greedy. You have to play greedy and be lucky to win against Delver. If you play greedy and you get blown out, then you lose. But if you don't play greedy, you also lose because if you play the secure way, you're just not fast enough. I'm gonna start with Moment's Peace and keep Muddle open because I'm not sure if I want Arcane and all. Actually, I think I want Arcane and all because I want to draw. But this also draws him cards, which means he could hit his lands. I'm still gonna do it though. If he has a 1 mana Dispel here, then we just get blown out, but I don't think he could have. So he's attacking for A, we might play Quiet Just Repair to maybe with right control get somewhere where we are no longer worried about fogging, but probably not right now. Oh, very, very lucky there. If we had bad days, we would have lost. Very good to Millimeter days too. No land, that's annoying. The quiet disrepair play? I'm not sure. I think I want to right control first. Right control takes me away from lethal. I really like that. I think I just pass here. I'm really annoyed, but I didn't. Oh, I shouldn't have let him get that draw step in. I'm really annoyed that now he kept. Now he. Well, he's tapping. That's really good. Well, I'm gonna use this opportunity. Right control, because he has only 2 mana open. I really hate that we don't have a draw spell. Well, I really want this right control to resolve, so I'm gonna mull here. Because the life gain is gonna matter. If he has a daze here, we actually have 1 mana open this time. Interesting. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm really annoyed that we missed our land drop and don't have a draw spell. Wow, this is also huge. So, he has 2 mana, which is just 1 counter. So in his upkeep we can fog, 6. So I'm not sure if I want to Jace fog, or if I want to quiet as repair fog. He's attacking for 9. I don't think this quiet disrepair really matters. I think the Jace matters way more. I'm gonna try to play with Jace. If he trades the counter for this Jace, that's okay because we already have 2 Jace in play. Okay. This time around I have to fog in his upkeep. Well, actually, I don't have to fog at all. I'm gonna. Let's see what he does. I'm gonna try to fog with Moment's Peace flashback. I think I should have played the Quietus Repair still. It's probably, as I said before, not gonna matter. But if it gains us like 10 life or 5 turns, then it's like 1 more fog. Yeah, I think I misplayed. So let's try this. If he has a counter here, that's okay. And all his counters and his gush, he's so low. Yeah, but we keep missing our things. Our land drops. And we milled a counter spell, which is really good. So let's see. 6 mana. But he only has 1 counter. Yeah, okay, this should be okay. We have to do this here, I think. Doing this in his upkeep means he gets to draw 1 less card. We missed like 4 land drops in a row and didn't draw a draw spell either. A brainstorm would be really good. Brainstorm into brainstorm into brainstorm would kill him if we had 3 brainstorms left. We have 2 brainstorms left. Bad model though. Well, again, he probably only has one counter, so 4 mana should be enough. We could probably tap out for this Jace, but we can't tap out for the Transmute because we missed that land. Falconer's upkeep again. He really shouldn't have 1 mana. Probably he has days, but well, he has days. That's the thing. Do we really need more Jaces? It's really important would have been drawing a draw spell. Because so many times at the end of this turn we have mana open and we don't get to use it. I think it's Jace or Moment's Peace. This can get us a Moment's Peace Transmute. Gonna choose Jace. The the difference between 3 and 4 Jaces is really, really low, I think. I don't think he plays Spell Pierce. We've seen everything he plays in his graveyard. We can see pretty much everything we can expect him to play. Oh, I misstepped here. I want to start with a Moment's Peace. Because we only have 1 green, and we don't want to have to play this and flashback this in the same turn. So we flashback this probably next turn. So we space it out over 2 turns. If we Dawn Charm here, the Dawn Charm resolves, we might be in a situation where next turn we have to cast Moment's Peace and flashback it, which we just can't. We're in a really bad position, I think. We just needed to draw either a land or a draw spell the last 3-4 draws. Just one draw should have been a land or a draw spell, and then we would have been fine. But now, even if we draw a land now, we go to 7, after this we go to... No, I think it's probably too late. The only thing that would be really good is like a Ponder or a Brainstorm, I think. Even that. No, we need actually card advantage. Look at our hand. Our hand is empty. We don't have a mana to transmute into anything. Well, drawing a land could be okay. Because 7 would be enough for Flashback, Dawn Charm, and Muddle. Anyway, he's thinking here. Or maybe he's just AFK. Which is really good because we were behind on the clock for like a minute. And now he is behind. Just a few seconds so far, but it might matter if this goes to game 3. And it's not unheard of to take a game, a single game. Doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. And if we draw a right control, that would be... Oh no, never mind. If we draw a right control, we don't have a mana to use it. But if we resolve a right control, that could be very good. So you see, whenever our Fox resolve, which is obviously a good thing, we have so much leftover mana which we don't get to use because we don't draw spells. If we had another accumulate knowledge in hand, or even a Words of Wisdom, that would be so huge. Now he has 4 mana, which is really scary. And also, he has 11 damage now. So Crisis Repair really didn't matter. And it also wouldn't have mattered if we played it a turn earlier. And this Words is just a little bit too late. Oh, this Words might actually win us the game. Let me think about this. If we Words right here, we have 3 mana left, 4 mana left. Oh, this Words might be okay. We Dawn Charm, we Muddle. Oh, this is gonna mill him 6, 7. We draw like brainstorm. No, yeah. Yeah, we leave with a Dawn Charm, and then we have model to protect. If he has double counter here, we lose. Since he doesn't, we might actually 5 lands. If he has another land next turn, he hard casts this. Okay. Well, I don't want to tap this way. I want to tap this way. Now 2 lands. Wow. If we draw another land here, that would just be blowout. But he seems to be having. Oh, I don't know. Maybe he's just saving his counters until. Oh, I think we win. I think we win. How many are there? This draws us 3, mill him 9. Is this it? Wow, we actually win against Delver. I would have not thought it possible. Game 1 even. How did this happen? I want to have a look at his graveyard. So he played 2 days, 4 counter spell, 4 spellster sprite. We milled him all of his fox. That's what's happened. We milled him all his fox. Okay, let's see. What we need is negates and dispels. No hindering light. No hindering light, no quiet repair, no arcanal. No rest, no last breath, no journey, no. No. And the fox maybe. Okay. So let's see. So these 4 cards definitely come in. The Dawn Charm also definitely comes in. I would say the Right Control too. Somebody just messaged me, so I had to go there. Okay, so we bring in these 6 cards. What do we take out? I think the Quiet Repair is not very good. The Arcanal, we already have 8 counters. The thing is with the Arcanal, draws some cards. It's just bad card advantage, basically. So the Arcanal goes out, and I think words go out. 2 words, maybe. I like the C Beyond even less when I like the words. Because it's sorcery. Maybe one of each. Circle Protection Blue, I tried that for a while and it really didn't make a difference. I tried Circle Protection Blue, it just didn't make a difference. They would counter it, or they would just, have a Spire Golem or something. I think Keep Watch can actually be pretty good, so I'm keeping Keep Watch in. Actually, I'm getting rid of another words. We are very low on card draw now, though. Very low on card draw. But the dream is real because he could still, have a mulligan to 4 because he has just 0 land, 0 land, 0 land, 0 land. And then he keeps something like Ninja, Counterspell, Counterspell, Island. And doesn't draw a second island forever. Or, that happens to us. Or that happens to us. Ah, jeez. On the draw, maybe this is keepable. On the draw, we see 1 card. We see 2 cards. We see 5 cards. On the draw, I think this is keepable. Well, at least we found a second land. That's already really good. I think if he taps out next turn, I might just slam the Jays, just try to be fast. But I think we can't afford that, most likely, because most likely we have to use our draw spells to secure our land drops. He's playing slow right now, which is really good, because maybe this goes to time. I think there's just two things. Well, we have to see what we draw. I shouldn't analyze too much what we can do before we have our draw. So you see, he's already almost 2 minutes. Well, 1.5 minutes behind. He's either double queuing or just AFK or something, because there's no reason to think here, right? What could he possibly play? And if it goes to game 3, that might really be relevant. I mean, he used pretty much half his time right now. But the game 1 was very long, so. And I'm absolutely not above winning on time when I'm dead on the board. But I assume if it goes to game 3, he will just speed up his play. Well, now it's pretty obvious how I want to play. Although the cards in my hand are all so good that I probably don't want to throw them away. 1 Fog, 1 card draw, 1 Jace, 1 Contra is exactly where you would want to be at. But the thing is, we wouldn't want to play Jace here if he has 2 mana untapped. Okay, well, Moment's Peace is a pretty good thing. Words, I don't like quite as much, since we have Accumulate Knowledge. I mean, you might find that weird that I throw away the right control for the Moment's Peace. First of all, Moment's Peace is 1 less mana. Sure, we don't have a green source right now, but right now we don't need to Fog. We will need to Fog in like 3-4 turns, and I'm just hoping that we either draw a Dawn Charm until that happens, or we find a green source. I'm not going to get a green source here. I want to have another blue source. You see what I'm talking about? So we want to have 4 next turn so we can play Jace and have model up. Which needs 3 blue sources. Jeez. I'm gonna accumulate knowledge. Maybe we draw an island. Oh, he was? How did you finish? Did you manage to 3-1? And what were you playing? No flip, by the way. Hugely important. We're still at 20. He forgot to attack with his Cloud of Fairies at least once. He played this turn 2. He could have attacked turn 3. Yeah, he forgot to attack once. And again, he must be double queuing or something. Another Cloud of Fairies, which we don't really care about. Doesn't change the clock that much. Really weak against right control. Oh, I would have loved that those matchups. 3 burn decks in a row is 3 buys in a row almost. And goblins is also a very favorable matchup. So I play the accumulate knowledge first to see if I get an island. If I get an island, I can get a forest here. If I draw an island, I can fetch for a forest, is basically what I'm saying. And if I draw a forest, I can fetch for an island. Maybe he wants to counter this. We draw another accumulate knowledge. Well, he could have 2 counters open now. Which is kind of annoying, but I think we have to go for it. So I'm gonna do it. I mean, we're at 18 life. We're not really worried about getting our first Jace contract at this point, or if he wants to, use his contras this way, then at least our fogs are getting easier. I don't really play player on events anymore, so we get blown out here. Basically traded Jace and the model for 2 counters. But it's kind of okay. It's you can't do this too often because you want to have at least 2 J's, so you only can lose 2 J's basically. But we are drawing a lot of spells with a lot of cards with accumulate knowledge. So trading 1-on-1 means he loses more cards, kind of, or at least we have an easier way refilling our hand. And he drew another counter spell, which is really annoying. So he can attack for 5. Um, that's okay. We can let that go through. We can try to keep watch, which you'll probably try to counter. And trading a keep watch against a counter would also be okay-ish. Let's see. The keep watch would obviously still become bigger if he has more creatures, but I think this is an okay thing to do. If this resolves, it's definitely great for us. He has a limited supply of counters, as I said before. And every counter we get rid of is good. If he counters this now, though, it's getting a little bit awkward because we were hoping to somehow refill our hand, and it doesn't happen here. But if he counters this, wow. Well, let's see what happens here. Yet another days. So he could have lethal next turn, which is really annoying. I have to ponder here, hoping to find an... Well, the model is pretty good. Ah, jeez. Well, if he has a counter, we want the model. If he doesn't have the counter, we want the accumulate knowledge. So there's like a 50% chance maybe that he doesn't flip. If he doesn't flip, he doesn't have lethal. Then we don't need to fuck. You know what I said before about playing greedy? This is us playing greedy. And there's a dispel. So if he has a counter here, okay, he does not. Oh, I should have done this in my upkeep in his upkeep too. Well, he had 6. Well, that was a mistake. Well, he has a dispel now, so we have one fog, one counter. Doesn't look too good. We could go to 6 mana, which would mean we could also words. But I think getting a second green is more important here. Okay, so I'm not gonna flashback because I'm scared of days. So instead I'm gonna do this. We know he has a dispel. Really? Wow. Well, the thing is, we still don't have a Jace, and our hand is really empty. And he got to draw a lot of look at a lot of cards here, so probably has a counter now. So we are at 6, 7 after this. Okay. Sure, he has enough. Well, let's not waste any time. Well, actually, let's waste time. And it resolves. But now we're in top deck mode. How is he not hellbent? He's playing so many spells every single turn, and he's not hellbent. Just doesn't make any sense. Okay, well, probably white is better. Need to top deck here. Right control would be pretty good. And if you had a deprive, well, he must have. Didn't he just have one card in hand? Oh, this is an island now. Okay. Oh, why did I go there? Why does he have 2 cards in hand? One of them is an island. He drew a card too. Weird. I'm not gonna tap that way. I don't want him to know that I don't have a counter. Jeez. This is so nerve-wracking. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're not gonna win this game, but as I said before, we're playing for the clock too. Especially now that he has this. um, let's Moment's Peace first. Actually, no, that wasn't that smart. Well, it's okay now, I think. So we go to 14. He has 4, 5, 8, 9, 11 damage. So he does no longer have lethal. Not sure if we should fork now. I think we just take the attack since he doesn't have lethal. Yeah, Delver is by far the worst matchup. By far. The other bad matchups are blue black angler for me and familiars. Although I believe familiars can be fixed, and I'm just not sure how exactly. So how sick would it be if we top deck accumulate knowledge and we draw like 4 forks off of it? Ugh. The thing is, three of our Jaces and 2 of our models are hiding from us. Hang on, he has 11 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so right control doesn't really make a difference. I should play a little bit faster because he catched up on time because we had to think a little bit. So I probably want to lead with the Dawn Charm. I think it's okay that he wants to draw. Thing is now there's no accumulate knowledge left anymore, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we used all of them up, so we'll probably die next turn. Well, not dead yet. Okay, now we die. Okay. Well, I think the boarding is correct, though. Words of Wisdom is just really bad card advantage. Quiet Disrepair. Can we sort this? Oh, this is sorted. Okay, let's sort this by color then. All of these are bad. All of these are bad. Actually, CBR might be good. CBR might be better than one of these words. I have no idea if it's a good deck in general. I know that it's a good deck against me. That's about as much as I can say about it. Yeah, words is really bad. Draws them too many cards. This is the last match. So again, we are hoping was actually pretty good. Decent amount of draw. And a fog. 2 fogs actually. And a decent mana base. So he's quite clearly no longer double queuing because he's playing way faster now. He did not shuffle. Well, I played against it. I've played against Mystical Teachings before, and it's usually a tough matchup. But I don't know if it's a good deck against the rest of the decks. You know, I only know how decks are against me. I guess we brainstorm. Jeez, don't need that many fogs, especially not the white ones. This would draw us 2, we go to 8. Yeah, that's why I like playing dailies now, because my worst matchup is no longer like the most played. No flip, by the way. Well, he's accumulating some creatures. See if this resolves. It does. We should have cracked this before. Not drawing the right cards. I would have liked to see Jace or Muddle or Conjurer. But instead we draw a little bit too many lands, a little bit too many Fox. We want to draw the Fox late game, but Jace's earliest games this has happened, so that's not good. Well, we take 4 damage here. Probably I want to accumulate here, but I have to discard that, and that's just really, really bad. So I'm not sure if I should accumulate. I would go to 10. This would draw 3 cards. We would be at 10. I don't think we can accumulate here. Well, let's get a second white. I want to have 2 of each color at least, but the blue is the most important, obviously. As soon as we draw a model, we want to have way more blue than we have it right now. Keep drawing the fox. There's 4 model 4Js, and we drew a third of our deck, so by now it would have been fine to draw at least one of them. So he attacks for 6. Still no flip, by the way. I think you could make an argument for fogging here. Yeah, I think we do actually fog here since we have so many fogs. Okay. And now we don't really care because he still doesn't have lethal, but we traded contours already, and now we can draw without feeling bad because now we don't have to discard. One more contour gone, still good. So now he has lethal, I assume. Yeah, he has exactly lethal, but he's hellbent. Look at that, he's hellbent. But we went through most of our draw engine already. Why would you reveal that you drew a daze? Why would you do that? Gonna do the flashback first so he doesn't get any more information. Eh, so he has at least one daze. We have 7 mana. Oh, we might die here. Not right now. Maybe soon. What is he attacking for? This is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh. So we know he has a daze. We probably can't transmute, which is really sad. Well, we would have two. If he has a single counter spell, it would be really, really bad. But hang on, he attacks for 4, 8, 9, 11. If I resolve a right control, so we have to try to resolve a right control. This is really annoying because we can't counter this. Non-creature. Okay. Moment's Peace, man. Right control would have been huge because it would have given us one turn. Ah, wow. Well, we have 6 mana. I think we're dead. Oh yeah, because of Ninja, never mind. I didn't pay attention, you're right. You are correct. What's on top of our library? A model. Well, he didn't counter this. I think if he had a counter, he would have used it. We know he has a daze, though. No, I'm not gonna go more aggressive here. So next turn we have to model Voe, and we are dead. GG. I hate Delver. And this is really annoying when we go 3-0 and then we get this stupid Delver list.